to Tammy Talks. We are here to talk about The Circle Season 3, Episode 1. Now, I wasn't even going to talk about The Circle. I just wanted to watch it just for my own fun, my own edification, whatever, but why not? Right? So, for those of you that don't know, The Circle is the show on Netflix where um, the goal of the show is to become the most liked player on the show, and you win $100,000 at the end of the show. So the premise is it's a bunch of people. They're put into apartments, fully furnished. I'm assuming full of food and everything. You don't have contact with the outside world. So there's no cell phones, no telephones, no TV, no internet, no nothing. Your goal is you're competing, or yeah, you're competing against and talking to at least 7 or 8 other people to start off with in the circle. So the only way that you guys talk is through like verbal communication. So you only way that you guys kind of talk is through verbal communication. I'm sorry, written communication. So everything is a text message. So I suggest, like, if you haven't seen it, go watch a trailer. But for those of y'all that know the circle, have seen the circle, you know why you're here. Let's get right into it. So to start off, we have our first 8 people. We have Kai, who she didn't say what she did. We know she's from Nashville, and we know her dad used to work in the FBI. Super bubbly, great personality. Like, everyone says they're ready to strategize on the show, but so far I like Kay. Is it Kay or Kai? I like Kay. Um, she said her name was Keisha. She goes by Crazy K. So far so good with her. Calvin is a private chef, and he said that he's like a firefighter in training on the side. Calvin is a lot, but he's cool. He seems very, very full of himself. I mean, he's very, very good looking. He's very charismatic, but he's like teetering on like annoying arrogant. Daniel is a 20-year-old student. He's a lot. He's annoying. I need him to be gone as soon as possible. I can't with him. Are the honeys in bed and all that stuff that he's doing? You're doing too much. It's coming across very forced. And I know the show, I'm assuming on the show that they want them to be super bubbly and energetic and do all this extra in their apartments, but it's not working for Daniel. It's not working for him at all. Michelle is an older Southern belle who calls herself a dog mom. I like Michelle. She seems cool so far. She said that her strategy is to come in and be everybody's mom, like be the mom in the circle. She wants everyone to feel like they can come to her as a confidant and all that good stuff. So I feel like Michelle has one of the best strategies so far. I'm sorry, David's not David. Daniel's strategy was to be like the young dopey boy that doesn't know anything, so he can like pounce on them and like really try to outsmart people. Calvin's strategy was to flirt with other girls and be friends with other guys. And Kay's strategy is to everyone she meets to find something that you guys have in common so that she can do commonalities with you. We have Roxana, who she has a super nice, like a super dope vibe, personality. She is, what is the politically correct term? She is a little person. I hope that's the I hope that's the right term. If not, I am so sorry. Um, she seems super cool though. She has a family back home. I forgot what she said she does for a living because I didn't really write that down for everyone. But she seems cool. Again, just like Kay, like they just seem like all around cool people so far. Then we have Nick. Nick is super smart. He said he has a computer science degree from MIT. He now works at a big tech company, a major tech company. He, however, wants to dumb himself down for this for the sake of the show, sake of the competition, and he's playing as a drummer in a rock band or punk rock band. Okay, if you're gonna catfish your personality, you should have catfished your picture because later in the episode, Ava slash Chanel, like she even calls him out and it's like he don't even look like no drummer in a punk rock band. He don't have no tattoos. Name me a drummer that don't have tattoos. Um, so we have them. Then we have Ava, who is a 25-year-old. She called herself a singer, songwriter, influencer, and she's playing alongside her 42-year-old sister Chanel. So they're not really catfishing. It's just kind of like Chanel is helping her along the way, kind of like season one when that one guy was on there and brought his mom. And then finally we have Matthew, who is playing catfishing as Ashley, who was his friend. I don't like catfishes on the show. I have a very big problem with the catfishes on the show. I think it just kind of takes away from the game. And I think what gets me irritated the most about the people that do catfish on here is they're always like, oh, I'm so real. I'm so genuine. Everything that I said, this is all me. And it's like, no, it's not. You are catfishing. And I mean, I guess I get it, but I have not liked any of the catfish that have been on the show. Season two, spoiler alert if you watch season two, like the catfish wins. Delisa played as her husband Trevor, and it's just like she kept saying how she was so authentic the entire way and all this other stuff, and then she's like saying everybody else didn't seem authentic, and it's like, girl, you're playing as your whole husband. I don't like catfishes on the game. They have a tendency to be annoying. They have a tendency to feel like a little twinge of guilt, so they assume everyone else is a catfish. So it's just kind of annoying. So off rip, Daniel was like he didn't like Calvin because Calvin seemed friendly, and everybody else was kind of liking Calvin. So it's like okay, but they're having great conversation. Everyone seems to be getting along so far. People are really just, at the beginning we see them like running through their apartment like they ain't never been nowhere before. So people are always excited. I will say I would love for whoever does the apartments on there, the decorating, the decor, come do my apartment because like they really be having some nice stuff in their apartments, but don't go in there acting like that, y'all. So that part's cool. They do an icebreaker game where it was like thumbs up, thumbs down, and some of the questions were like, "What's your favorite? Do you have a signature dance move?" They, what was the other one? If you could cheat on a game and no one ever found out, would you? Every single person said no, knowing damn well they meant that they said yes. Especially if you're a catfish. That's cheating. Like it is amazing to me. Whatever. Um so then they had one other question. What was it? I forgot what they had another question. Oh, they were in like the circle chat and they were just kind of asking each other if you could be a drink, what drink would you be? And you can see that they're flirting, people are flirting with each other, trying to feel each other out because it's basically you're looking at someone's picture, right? So you're not able to hear their voice. You're not able to hear if they're being sarcastic or not. It's really just you. Like, it really comes down to like gut intuition with this stuff. So we have the first alert. I mean, the first rating, which I thought came very soon. Like, it's the first episode and we're already voting. So this is how the ratings went. Eighth place came Michelle. Oh, this is the last question. Do you kiss your dogs in the mouth? And Michelle, who has her dogs in her picture like this, said no. And they were saying that they thought that she was a catfish because why would she have a picture with her dogs, holding her dogs up if she doesn't kiss them in the mouth? I personally do not have a dog. I have friends that have dogs. I have pictures with their dogs holding them. Doesn't mean I let the dog kiss me in the mouth. So she ended up coming in eighth. Roxana came in seventh, which I was kind of shocked about because with editing, the couple people that they showed had her like first and second. Ava slash Chanel came in sixth, which I was kind of shocked about, but some people think that she's a catfish for some reason. She didn't give catfish vibes at all, but they thought that she was a catfish. And tied for fourth place, so fourth and fifth, is Nick and Ashley slash Matthew. Um, Nick is kind of annoying. He's doing a lot, and again, it's just them having to put on for the camera. I'm sure that the producers tell them, when y'all get on here, you got to be super energetic. You have to do the most, oversell your personality, because we need the entertainment value. Which is why, even though I think the show was great, I would be terrible at it, because I would really be sitting on my couch chilling. Like, I wouldn't see the need to like do handstands and stuff like that in the living room while doing my ratings. But third place was Daniel. Daniel got on my effing nerves the entire time they were announcing the ratings. Because again, he's pacing and he's doing all this extra. And oh, honey, oh my God, I'm going to have a hernia. And bitch, it's like, you don't have to do this much. You don't. I can't wait for his little ass to go home. Second place was Calvin. First place was Kai. K. I keep calling her Kai because of how they're spelling it. First place was K. Um, they did kind of form an alliance together after the fact. They had a little personal private chat, and I love when, the black people on the show stick together, just because I feel like so many times you would think that there would be some type of solidarity, because it's always only like two or three on the show, and they kind of don't. So I'm always sad when they like don't form alliances with each other, and especially like with season two, the way that I feel like Courtney and Trevor kind of turned on, what was her name, Terralisha. I was just kind of like, wow, that sucks. So I like the fact that Calvin and Kay did like just a quick alliance. It wasn't anything overly serious. They're like, you can tell they're flirting with each other. They think the other is attractive. So that's great. So once they reveal the ratings, Kay finds out that she is the sole influencer. And because of that, she is the person that has to make the decision on who goes home. Now, the circle, y'all are getting ready to start losing me, because I like how the show was the first season, where this person, two influencers, one person went home. We keep the game going. We bring new people in. Last season, they had the Joker and all this extra stuff that I feel like they're overcomplicating the game, if that makes sense. So Kay blocks Ava because she thinks that Ava's a catfish for whatever reason. So she blocks Ava. So Ava and Chanel decide that let's go show Kay that you're not a catfish. You really who you say you are. So they get to her apartment, or what they think is her apartment, and they're in some room, some random like Saw type ish, and the screen is telling them that they're getting a second chance, and they just have to commit identity theft. So they're gonna spoof one of the other players. So what I'm assuming is they're going to interact with they're going to be able to interact with the other players as someone, and I'm assuming like be able to tear up some alliances, talk shit about each other. So on one hand, I think it's interesting, but on the other hand, it's like y'all are doing too much now. Circle, why can't y'all just keep it old school and the way it was? I did feel bad that Ava got voted off, because it's like, damn, did you get to spend one night in in the apartment? So I don't know. I kind of feel like too, so many people in the past, when they got voted off, they were sent home. So I don't think it's fair when certain people get to come back for a second chance. So, but that was episode 1. I'll be back for episode 2 if it's good. Otherwise, subscribe, leave me a comment below, follow me, all that good stuff. Check out some of my other videos. Check y'all later.